So I think of not dying from something stupid as giving yourself the benefit of this kind of a fountain life upload on an annual basis. That goes along with wearing a seatbelt, wearing a helmet when you're skiing, not texting and driving, things that make sense to do.
When you think about kind of your journey here, what was the hardest
Yeah.
thing for you to do? Right. It's like in investing, I think one of the
Yeah.
things that the younger generation is learning, it's easy to buy. It's really hard to sell. But you don't know that until you've already bought and you go through like, oh, when do I sell? Should I have sold? I messed this up, whatever. You're now kind of,
It's
into
also
this
hard.
journey.
It's also hard not to churn your investments. It's hard to hold on for the long run.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you tend to sell the ones that you shouldn't sell, and you tend to hold the ones that you should.
Our brains are neural nets. I talk a lot about, most people might know me from my world in tech and AI and all of these areas. Our brains, 100 billion neurons, 100 trillion synaptic connections, that everything we know, feel, hear. Our brains are neural nets. And you train your neural net, just like AI, large language models get trained by what you read, what you listen to, what's on your posters on your wall, the people you hang out with. And so choose that carefully to get yourself in the best position, right? To get yourself in the healthiest position.
Well, and I think one of the things that I can't remember, maybe it was Being Mortal, maybe is the book that talks about how America and individualism that makes us so strong as we're kind of growing and building wealth and doing all of this is also one of our biggest detriments at the end of our life. Most other cultures, the older kind of elderly, they move in with their younger children, their children take care of them, et cetera. In America, they move into retirement homes, or they basically hold on to, live as long as you possibly can in the hospital, but you're hooked up to a bunch of tubes, and it's not really kind of the health span. Right? Yeah, it's not really the health span that you talk about.
Yeah.
Another aspect that I was surprised that was in the book is skincare. Elaborate on that.
So when you think about what is important for your longevity, I think you want to think clearly, right? You want to move well. You want to have immunity. We'll talk about that in a moment. And you want to look good. When you look at yourself in the mirror, your mind is such a powerful tool, mind over matter, that you want to look at yourself and say, hey, I'm doing pretty damn well. And so I care about skincare. I care about, how I visibly look to myself, because that's incentive and encouragement to keep myself in the best shape I can. So, thinking clearly, moving well, looking good, I think is a important part of longevity. Is it the most important part? No, but there are products out there. I talk about one of the products I love. Full disclosure, I'm an advisor of the company because I love the founding team. There are 4 PhD women who've done incredible work, and they've identified there's something called a senescent cell. And senescent cells are cells typically will divide 50 times. It's called a Hayflick limit. And then they should have the decency to die. Sometimes they become cancer cells, and other times they become senescent cells, which are also called grouchy old men cells. They sit there on the edge of mortality, and they just pump out inflammatory factors. And so what this company called OneSkin did was they found a particular 10 amino acid sequence of peptide that kills senescent cells in the skin. And I love their product. I've been using it for multiple years. And
you should be the front of you should be the front of the ad. Like, just be like, he says he's 63, he looks 21. Use our product. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think skincare is one, but the other one that I have an entire section on here is dental health.
Crazy.
It's like, people, I have so much respect for taking care of my dental health right now. And I've doubled up on, or tripled up on what I do there. It turns out that your teeth, we don't think about this, but your teeth and your gums are a direct entry into the bloodstream. And so cardiac health and neural health, brain health, can be massively affected, negatively impacted by gum disease and by gum health.